All right, kicking the leaders list video off with CLS, and a quick reminder that on Monday there is a holiday in the market with the Martin Luther King Day, so we've got a shortened week and probably a turbulent one as well, because Trump did Trump things, threatening several European countries and threatening them with tariffs. And yeah, so I do think the week might start off quite turbulent, but that probably isn't the worst thing for the market, because during turbulent times, and especially during turbulent times and corrections, potential corrections, you see real relative strength. You see stocks holding up better than the market, and those are probably the leaders going forward. So whenever there's correction coming up or a brief pause in the advance, it's actually exciting, because you can clearly see what is under accumulation and what is not. So yeah, anyway, I prepared my list for Monday, and I go in with CLS. If we can open quietly, I would like to trade it above Friday's high, just like that, and hopefully get some room between my buy point and the upcoming earnings. Maybe it then setting up into earnings, so I can sell a portion of my initial buy to hold through earnings. But yeah, time will tell, and that is actually the plan. So going into Monday with CLS high on deck on my focus list. TTMI is extended, so a no touch for Monday. Just needs time to actually pause a little bit, and this is where I do think a little bit of turmoil could come in handy. Reddit actually looks good. I would like to see it pierce through the 50 MA, have a good close, maybe in the upper third, somewhere like that, and then buying it as it tries to recover from that sell-off. Although I must admit, I'm not a big fan of the weekly chart, because there's quite a good number of red recently. It's not a deal breaker, but I do think it's something to note. KRMN extended, nothing to do here. SanDisk extended, nothing to do here. GRAL looks actually interesting, so if this one could do something similar as I'd like to see on Reddit, I would consider this a fine buy, or just actually tighten up. If it can just go sideways from where it is right now and actually tighten up, that would be fine as well. But piercing through the 50-day and having a good close on the piercing day, that would be a good sign for me, and I would like to open a position if that happens. MU extended just like SanDisk, same group. RKLB extended, nothing to do here. PL Planet Labs extended. Also note that there are quite a lot of reversals. So if we look at SanDisk, it had a slight reversal. If we look at PL, it had a slight reversal. TTMI also had a reversal. So things are extended, and things are probably pulling back anytime soon, or at least pausing for a little bit. Doesn't necessarily have to be a pullback or a larger correction or something, but maybe an incoming pause. SATS extended. ONDS a little bit of a bummer with Friday down on huge volume, but yeah, it might be just in time for it to actually reset and base out till the earnings come out. So if this one can actually do something like this, then I would be interested to play it. Depending on how it looks, I would also be interested in playing it somewhere down here. If it can hold the high of the previous base. If it can just build a base on top of the base, then that would definitely grab my attention. And yeah, FIGR extended. LITE, actually also a high candidate for next week. It's right at the 50-day, and it's a very, very strong stock, and this is basically the first touch of the 50-day. So I might even do a buy at the open. So if we can open calmly or even have a slight gap down, something like this, opening in this area and then being able to maybe go back through the 50 MA, then I would consider buying it as it pierces through the 50. CELC, actually a little bit of a expectation breaker for me. I had it on my buy list for that day, or more like the following day, Tuesday. I didn't end up buying it, but looking at it now, it's not like that doesn't really show strength. So the market leader status is a little bit questionable right now. It's not a deal breaker. Just like with Reddit, it can basically just reset, maybe shake out one more time, hit the 50 and then go, because a lot of stocks are doing this lately. They kind of break out, then fall apart, shake out, and go sideways for a little bit, and then actually break out after resetting. So that would be what I'd like to see. Basically just, yeah, touch the 50, go sideways for a little bit, and then give it another try. RVMD, basically extended. BBIO, building somewhat of a short base, if you so will. So if we can go sideways for a little bit longer, maybe 1 or 2 weeks more into earnings, and maybe having a pop into earnings, that would be interesting. LRCX, looking good, but extended earnings coming up, so that's a no touch. GH, actually the same thing as with CELC. It didn't fall apart completely, but and it didn't negate all the gains. But same thing, like I would like to see this maybe resetting, coming back up, and then starting to move before earnings, so one can get a little bit of a cushion before earnings come out. LASR, laser, and LITE, basically extended. It's somewhere in no man's land. It didn't really advance so far, but it's too far out of whatever you want to call this, ascending base trend. It's basically just extended, so no touch. ATRO extended. BE, very extended, but a very good looking company, a very good looking stock rather than a company. I don't know much about the company, but the stock is looking good. Numbers are looking okay, and it's looking strong overall, but a move like this is just not viable for my type of trading. So I would like to see it either come back in and reset into earnings and then play the earnings breakout, or I would like to see it go higher, just like that, and then reset into earnings and then play a potential earnings gap into just like that, maybe. So yeah, those are the two things I'm watching in BE. But so far, just running up the right side, really a no touch. HYMC, same thing. Extended. AXSM, AXSM Therapeutics, looking interesting actually above this level right here. So I might consider buying this if it does flag out for a little bit longer. Maybe like one more inside day, like a really tight day, a really small range on Tuesday would be interesting, or would be great. But again, with the headlines going on right now, we probably don't get that. So yeah. And with that, we are at the top of the list again. And yeah, we're pretty much through my leaders list. I kicked off PLTR and APP. Those were two names I had on the list, but I don't know, they just look not really great. PLTR, the weekly looks horrible. It's beginning to look like really like a stage 3 top. And yeah, the daily also just doesn't really look like it's any good right now. So might be wrong, but same thing with APP. I haven't checked the weekly, but it's the volume isn't as terrible, but yeah, it's not really looking compelling right now, and it's breaking down. So maybe it's touching the 150 or the 200 day, and then maybe turn up again. But both of them are looking more like tops than really stage 2 stocks that are under accumulation. So anything I forgot? Let me check. Oh yeah, I actually decided, or I came up with a true market leaders list, which contains names that are on the leaders list, but names where I think money is rotating into, and very heavily. So like the top of the top, and usually I have like roughly 4 to 5 to 6 names on that list, and I'm currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 names on that list. All of those names are on the leader list as well, but just a separate list to be scanned like really quick, because I sometimes have time constraints because I'm working a full-time job and basically don't have that much time, or I don't have all the time to scan all my stocks all day, so, or every day. So I came up with a strict ranking system that I do throughout the weekend, which helps me to, yeah, basically just go through the top stocks, or to prioritize the top stocks, and to remove the noise or the B and C stocks throughout the week. Because yeah, time is valuable, and if you work part-time, full-time, and do trading part-time, well, then you actually have to manage time quite efficiently. So yeah, on my ultimate leaders list, I have TTMI, because I do think it looks absolutely amazing, and numbers are growing, funds are growing, it looks good. SanDisk, of course, absolute beast of a stock. So if we look at the monthly chart, it looks ridiculous. But if you want to have a stock in your portfolio that can double, then look for the stocks that already doubled. And I absolutely subscribe to those, to this message, or to this saying, because it's true. Like, if you study, the best stocks are the stocks that already went up the most in most cases. And I do think we have a case like that right here. PL, same thing. Insane move. Insane monthly chart. Numbers are growing. Rate of funds invested are growing. There are good funds invested. Like very funds with a good track record. SATS, I do think, is a leader as well. Also looking good. Funds growing. Just really got everything going for it. LITE as well. And Rocket Lab. And I do think with that... Oh yeah, Reddit. So Rocket Lab, same story. Like on all of them, the funds are growing. The the number of high quality funds that are invested in those stocks are rising, and they are building their positions. It's not like they reduce their positions, they're building their positions. And everybody who uses market search knows how valuable those informations are. So yeah, just going with the CanSlim criterias by William O'Neill, and I do think those are some decent stocks. And with that, we're at the top of the list and at the end of the video. So as always, I put the tickers into the video description so you can copy them. And yeah, hope you have a nice rest of your Sunday, and enjoy your trading next week.